Well, hello, friends. Mark Holmes here with my buddy Cowboy Joe Boo. And as always, thank you guys for watching, commenting, and subscribing to the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, this literally does not work. Let's get open for business. I'm still experimenting on the microphone. Hopefully, I think maybe I got it, but we'll find out after this video is done. If it does, in fact, take it. It seems like it's working okay right here, but we'll know once I do the whole video. So, today, of working with some great football players. They are not Cowboy players, so don't start giving me a hard way to go. But they're players that are giving back and making the world a better place, and that's something special about some of these guys. And I did a video with one of them, Ainsley Battles, who was a safety for Jacksonville, had a cup of coffee um, with the Buffalo Bills, and played with the Steelers. And listening to him about what it takes to become a football player. You know, as he said, when they're about to pay you $10 million, they want to know everything about you. And as these guys go through the combine, they're going to be poked, they're going to be prodded, they're going to be x-rayed, they're going to be looking at every single injury they may have had. They're going to put them through stress tests, physically, mentally, emotionally. They ask like Des Bryant, is your mama a hoe? They're going to do the Wonderlings test to test their intelligence. They're going to be doing film study. They're going to do everything in the world to make sure in this job interview that you are the guy we want to take a risk on. And that's just getting there. Staying there is a whole nother ball of wax. And as he told me, they had cameras, microphones, and everything else because they micromanage everything that you do. They want to know what you're thinking, doing at all times of the day to protect their investment. And one of the stories he told us about is literally you live on edge. Your off day is Tuesday, but you better not relax because if you're one of those guys that's not the top tier big budget guys, you can be replaced. And in fact, on Tuesdays, when they bring in other people to replace you, this one guy, poor guy, didn't know he had been released. He shows up for practice. He sees a guy sitting in his locker. I said, yo, what's up? Another guy goes like this, look up. Oh, I've been cut. So check out that video. I know it's not a Dallas Cowboy player, but it will give you an insight into a lot of things that I tell you. Like I was saying, that when we keep talking about Dak Prescott should wait another year to get paid, you're only one play away from your career being over. Opening season game for him for the Steelers in 2004, he had his hamstring ripped off of the bone that ended his career. Think about that. Hamstring ripped off his bone. But watch that. You'll get a great insight on him. You'll be seeing Ainsley in the near future. He's gonna be the bomb. I'm gonna say I know that guy. But Jason Garrett today spoke about a lot of things. Talked about Cole Beasley and saying they want him back. Yesterday Stephen Jones said that we want Cole Beasley back and everything else. And I guess tomorrow Jerry Jones will be sending him flowers and candy to let him know how much they love him. Another guy that said that they want to bring back too is Sean Lee. And I got thinking about this. We got Jaylon Smith, we got Van Der Esch, but you never know when an injury can happen. And you need somebody else in that rotation. And understand, Sean Lee has been the heart and soul of that defense for a long time. Yes, he's had injury issues, but here's the thing about Sean Lee when he gets injured. He ended up messing up his knee in the first practice of OTAs in 2013. I met him that summer in a cast, recovering from a devastating knee injury. But that season, 2015 and 2016, were his first two Pro Bowl seasons. He always, after having injured season, comes back and plays well the next. Just does. And I'm sitting here looking at it because the bottom line is the bottom line. And we know he's got a $10 million salary. And if we let him go, we get $7 million. Now, $7 million, you can go through and you can say, okay, we can sign Cole Beasley back and have some change left over. Or maybe we can put that money towards Earl Thomas and bring him in, which are things you can do. But here's the thing. Here's the way you really want to look at it. Understand the dynamics. You save 7, but you still lose 3. You still have to replace a spot on the roster, right? And if you get just a veteran minimum type guy, it's still going to cost you at least $1 million. At least $1 million. Maybe 2 or more if it's somebody who's decent. And you still need depth at linebacker. So what if you are the Dallas Cowboys and you are Jerry Jones and you go to Sean and say, Sean, thank you. Sean, you have been the perfect professional. You know more than some of the coaches we have out here. You have been the heart and soul of this team, and we know you've been injured and things like that, but you have been a cornerstone piece of this Dallas Cowboy franchise. And we don't want you to end up like Tony Romo or Jason Witten, guys that deserve to have a ring. We want you to get one right here in Dallas. And we believe that this team is close enough that we can challenge for that ring. That if we can get a couple more pieces in here and a little bit of luck, there's no reason why we can't go all the way, son. We want to get you that ring, but we need your help to get there. We need to get a few more pieces just to make sure. We're close, son. We're close. But with Randy Gregory now, maybe we can get him back, but more than likely we don't. We need another defensive end. We need a big nasty in the middle. We need to go get Earl Thomas. We need a tight end. And we can't get all these guys that are going to be ready to go in the draft next year. So what if, Sean, let's say you take $4 or $5 million next year. It's already going to cost you 3 no matter what you do. What's one and a half? If you can get 5 and a half, that's the money to go get somebody else. 5 and a half will get you Cole Beasley. And some change probably left over. If it's about trying to win a ring. And I believe Sean Lee is a guy that will look at that and say, you know what? I want to get that ring. And you want to get guys that are hungry that realize that this could be the last go round. This might be my last chance, my last opportunity. That I've got to do everything and anything that it needs to get this thing done. And in the end, both sides kind of get what they need. Yeah, he's going to take a pay cut and all that. But if you're getting anything, if you retire, you got no chance of getting that ring. But that's the way I would kind of look at it. Because I think you need that guy. And the reason I say that is when I look at the development of Jaylon Smith and Van Der Esch, I'm not there. I'm not a fly on the wall. But I can guarantee you Sean Lee, who knows more than most coaches out there, has been in those guys' ears, teaching them the subtleties, the nuances and things about being a linebacker, and has made those guys better. So that's part of the money that you're paying him for next year to be that coach on the field. Make no mistake, Joe Looney Tunes played better because Travis Frederick was still the general out there, still teaching and working with them. And make no mistake about it, Dak Prescott was better because Butt Fumble was there on the sideline as well as Tony Romo, helping to teach him the craft. And that's more the reason why you go get Earl Thomas. Not only is a playmaker, not only a beast, not only is he an emotional lift, he would also be a coach on the field that knows everything about this defense and can mentor the young guys to be able to take another step up. We have a great team, a great young team that's already got a lot of experience. Our rookie class has had, this past year, had over 3,600 snaps. That's incredible. But they still need to have people to help lead them where they need to go. And that's why you look at that and say, you know what? It's going to cost me 3 just to let them go. Let me throw in 2 more, and I can hold on to them and have some money to spend on somebody else. And that's the way you got to start looking at this. And that's one of the things I think the Dallas Cowboys are probably trying to work out now with guys. And as soon as the league year happens, I think you're going to see a whole lot of things in here because more than anything else, I see this group more as a family and a group. And when you see what Dak Prescott said earlier today on Instagram, you can see that it's more than just how much money I get paid. This is really like we're playing for each other because these guys, I really believe, care about each other. I could be wrong, but that's my gut feeling on that. So as always, guys, I want to thank you all for watching, commenting, and subscribing. And hopefully, I think I've got everything squared away on the microphone on here. We'll find out after this video. I'll see you soon.